welcome back to another reading. Today I'm back with another Abhisha reading. I really miss doing readings for you guys. It's been a couple of weeks since I did an Abhisha reading, so I hope you guys are all doing well and you guys are happy and healthy. I've been actually very busy, and so I barely have time to do readings. So I'm sorry about the long wait. But today we are finally doing an Abhisha reading, and we're going to be checking what is actually going on between Abhishek and Manisha. Is there any changes? What exactly are they both feeling for each other? So let's see with these cards. First with Manisha, let's see what is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek right now. How is Manisha feeling towards Abhishek? Let's see, what is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? How's Manisha feeling towards Abhishek? Alright, you guys, so for Manisha, I do feel that she does feel distant from Abhishek. You know, like she has been feeling a little bit distant from Abhishek. She has been feeling that Abhishek has been a little bit more practical. Like, he has been more, like, thinking with his mind. He has been more, maybe a little bit distant. And so she has been feeling a little bit distant when it comes to their bond, okay? Definitely when it comes to Abhishek, I do feel like that definitely she does view him as definitely someone special in her life, someone that she does still care about, and I feel like there has been contact between them recently, you guys, okay? There has definitely been contact, but I feel like everything has been limited, okay? Because I do feel like that Manisha does fear to reach higher than she should, and then she would get hurt. So I feel like there has been contact between them recently, but it definitely has been to some sort of limit, okay? And I feel like that definitely Manisha has been feeling a little bit distant from Abhishek, but when they both contact, they feel a little bit better. Yeah, you guys, okay? So let's get more information. Let's see, what else is Manisha's current energy towards Abhishek? What else does Manisha feel towards Abhishek right now? What else does Manisha feel towards Abhishek? Very interesting. Okay, guys, so I'm picking up something weird about here. I'm picking up something weird here. So there is some sort of possibility of like them gathering together, maybe with friends or stuff like that. But then I'm also getting that Manisha is disappointed. So this is a very confusing energy. I'm getting like some sort of meeting, but also I'm getting Manisha's hurt. So I'm actually not sure exactly what's going on. So I am picking up some sort of meeting that was possible. Either it happened or maybe they talked about it. But I'm not exactly sure because I do also pick that Manisha's sad. So I'm going to check separately if they've met recently or they've met since the last time I did a reading. But I do feel like that definitely Manisha right now, she's focusing on her career. There is a project that I feel like that she's definitely focusing on, and she's really hoping that that project can do well, okay? And in her solo reading, I actually did recently pick up a project for her. So maybe there is a project that right now she's focusing on, and she's definitely really hoping that that project could be a new beginning for her, okay? And when it comes to Abhishek, I feel like that definitely she does really want to meet with him a lot of times, but I feel like there is a lot of times where she would feel disappointed or she would feel a bit of a burden about it, okay? So I'm not sure exactly if there's a meeting because I'm getting some sort of meeting, but at the same time getting that Manisha starts. So I'm gonna get more information. But you guys, I just feel like right now when it comes to Manisha and Abhishek, Manisha doesn't really know the direction of where their bond is heading. She does feel undecisive because, you know, she does really want their bond to develop, but she does really want their bond to be really close as friends. but at the same time, she doesn't really know the direction where their bond is heading, because she doesn't really feel there is something like, she doesn't really feel that there is stability in their bond, okay? She does feel like that things happen unexpectedly, or like there's not stable contact and there's not stable meeting. Like they both are still friends. I definitely do pick that up, but I feel like that things are not really stable. Like they're not really moving expectedly as normal friendships do. So she's feeling a little bit confused, okay? So I'm gonna check for the meeting after I check for Abhishek, okay? But definitely I'm getting really confused energy here. Like I'm feeling that Manisha, you know, she does see him as a good friend. And I'm also getting that she does want to meet up with him, but I'm also getting sad cards that she's a little bit hurt or disappointed. So I'm not really sure exactly what's going on. And at the same time, I'm picking up projects for her. So definitely, I feel like Manisha's energy is all over the place, and I'm also getting confused because I did not do a reading for them in a couple of weeks, so the energy is all over the place. Okay, but let's see for Abhishek right now, and then we're gonna check if they actually met or something like that. So let's see for Abhishek. What is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha right now? What is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha? What is Abhishek's current energy towards Manisha right now? Okay guys, the energy is very, very, very confusing today. I'm getting all these types of cards that lead me to a lot of different things. So let me get started with the beginning, and I'm really sorry if this reading is confusing. When it comes to Abhishek, I do feel like he does want like new beginnings with Manisha. Like he does want new beginnings for them to maybe hang out or have fun in some sort of way. But I feel like a lot of times he really starts overthinking and feels tied up because of maybe projects or commitments or things that he has. And I do feel like right now that he does have a project that he wants to focus on, and this project means a lot to him, okay? There's a project that he's definitely focusing on, okay? And so when it comes to him and Manisha's bond, he has been feeling a little bit of weight that he would like to make some sort of changes, or there was things that he would like to do, but then he would feel burdened, and he would feel that there's like a lot of things that maybe he does have on his plate, okay? Now, I do pick up that there is something that Abhishek has done recently. I don't know if it's when it comes to Manisha or when it comes to someone else, but I'm getting like that he has done some sort of move, okay, with the Knight of Cups. So I don't know if this is regarding meeting, like I'm saying, or if it's regarding something else. So I'm going to get clarity, guys, because I'm sorry, like it's so confusing here. I'm getting so many different cards. So let's get more information on Abhishek, and then we're going to see if there's a meeting, because the cards are just like saying very different stuff today. It's very confusing, even though I did a reading before this, but this reading, it's very confusing. So I'm really sorry if you guys are confused with me, but we're going to get clarity to this. So we're going to get to the end of this. What else is Abhishek feeling towards Manisha? What else is Abhishek feeling towards Manisha? Again with the Fool. Okay. Yeah, guys, the same thing is coming up, that he does want some sort of new beginnings with Manisha, but he doesn't know how to change that, okay? There's some new beginnings that he would want with Manisha, but he doesn't know exactly how to do that. Some sort of changes. He does want them to start like this new phase, okay? And he sort of is worrying about a lot of people's opinions and eyes. This can be a project, some new project that he does have in mind. This can be that maybe he would like him and Manisha's friendship to become closer. There is something that he's feeling that he does want to change with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? But he's definitely feeling that there's like a lot of people's eyes on them that are not gonna like this. So he's not sure if that maybe he should bring him and Manisha's friendship public again or stuff like that. But definitely I feel like both of their energies are really confusing right now, okay? And at the same time, I do pick up some sort of celebration for Abhishek. So either maybe he wants to celebrate something with Manisha, or there is maybe a celebration that he's gonna attend pretty soon, or he has, okay? So I'm really sorry, guys. This is very confusing energy. I normally know exactly what I'm getting, but I feel like both Abhishek and Manisha are really confused. So right now, let me see if they actually have met, okay? Let me see if there's actually has been meaning when it comes to the two of them, because I'm picking up something regarding meeting, okay? Have Abhishek and Manisha met recently? Have Abhishek and Manisha met? Okay. Alright. Have Abhishek and Manisha met recently? Have Abhishek and Manisha met recently? You guys, I am picking that they have met, okay? I'm picking up definitely friends, reunion, definitely something of that sort. And I'm picking up that they have met. But I'm also picking up some sort of disappointment, which is why I'm confused. That if they have met, why are they disappointed? Why are they feeling some certain way? So I feel like maybe they have met, okay? There has been some sort of reunion between the two of them recently. But they're feeling a little bit tongue-tied about it. They're also pretty secretive about it here with the boot, okay? So definitely, like I said, you know, you guys know this, that they are pretty hiding their bond, okay? They're not really sharing their bond anymore. So it's like almost like they're going out in secret, like sneaking out in secret, and so maybe that's why they feel upset, okay? But I also feel like maybe they both did have some sort of discussion that made them feel a little bit upset and made Manisha feel upset as well. I'm not sure exactly what this conversation that they had was, but I do feel like that definitely it was some sort of conversation that maybe made the two of them not agree of some sort. Definitely they did have some sort of conversation, or maybe that they did discuss certain subjects, and so I feel like they both, you know, I feel like they did spend time, but also I feel like that maybe they both discussed maybe either sad things or maybe things that they both, you know, have been holding on or talking about, because I feel like that this conversation made Manisha a little bit upset about something, okay? I am not really sure exactly what the situation is, but maybe we can know a little bit from the oracle. But I'm not sure if this meeting is recent, like recent, or maybe it has been like during the period that I didn't do readings, but I'm picking up some sort of meeting, okay? But at the same time, I do not feel like that meeting really was full-on positive for them. I feel like that something happened in that meeting that they had, okay? So sorry, you guys, if all of this is confusing, but I'm also not really getting clear answers for some reason, okay? So let's see, what cards can we get for Abhishek and Manisha? Let's see. Can we get anything about Abhishek and Manisha? Did they meet recently? Any cards about maybe their meeting or anything of that sort? Both. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Okay, you guys, so I do feel like they both did talk about things that sort of gave them closure, like some sort of closure. Maybe they did talk about a situation that happened in the past when it comes to their bond, and maybe they did talk about that situation recently, and maybe they did end things when it comes to that situation. Like there is something that they did put some sort of closure to, okay? And it probably was a needed conversation that they did need to do, okay? Let's see. What else can we know about Abhishek and Manisha? What else can we know about Abhishek and Manisha? What else can we know about Abhishek and Manisha? Anything else? Self-indulgence, focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. And the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Okay, you guys, so like I said, they both are sort of focusing on themselves at the same time. They're focusing on their self-growth, their self-worth. Both of them are busy like in their own things a lot of times, but I feel like recently maybe they did have this conversation that sort of gave them closure to start this new phase, like some sort of phase that, you know, like I said, I felt like Abhishek did want some sort of new beginning for them maybe to be closer as friends or stuff like that. So I feel like they did have this conversation that they needed to have, maybe discuss certain disagreements they had in the past for them to start this new phase, you know, to start this renew in their friendship and bond, okay? So something of that sort. Let's see, what else can we get about Abhishek and Manisha? What else can we get about Abhishek and Manisha here? Anything we should know about Abhishek and Manisha? Mending. Okay, imagine. One more card about Abhishek and Manisha. Not for you. Okay. You guys, we're gonna get some hidden truth as well, but I'm trying to understand what just happened between them because it's very confusing and interesting. So you guys, yes, they have gotten together, okay? They have hanged out. Definitely it's coming clearly for me here. And they did have some sort of mending. They did talk about things that were important for them to talk about. Some things that they both did not agree on, some things that they realized that those things are not for them, okay? This could be about their bond, that they realize maybe that their bond, you know, there's something about their bond is that maybe not meant to be or something like that. So they definitely did talk a lot about things, okay? But yeah, I feel like whatever conversation they had, it allowed them right now to enter a new phase and renew certain things that happened in the past and start this new phase, okay? So definitely, like, I feel like they both were able to discuss certain things that, you know, were important for them to discuss, to be able to move forward into a new phase, okay? Into their lives either separately or together, some sort of something like that, okay? So right now let's get into the hidden truth. Maybe we can know more through the hidden truth. But like I said, you guys, I feel like that Manisha was a little bit, you know, not really happy with their conversation at the end. So I'm not sure exactly what exactly they discussed, but I feel like whatever it was something that they both needed to discuss at the end of the day, okay? So let's see, what does Abhishek want to tell Manisha? What is Abhishek's hidden truth towards Manisha? What is Abhishek's hidden truth towards Manisha? What is Abhishek's hidden truth towards Manisha? What does Abhishek want to tell Manisha? What does Abhishek want to tell Manisha? I feel you leaving me behind and I want to tell you how I feel. Okay. Okay, one more card for Abhishek. What else does Abhishek want to tell Manisha? I wish I could share with you my good news. Okay, guys, so Abhishek, like I said, he does feel like Manisha is leaving him behind, that they both have been distant. So like Manisha has been feeling that they have been distant, Abhishek as well has been feeling that they have been a little bit distant. And so I feel like when they, you know, maybe hanged out or whatever it is, he did want to tell Manisha what actually he felt like about their bond, about their friendship. Like I said, you guys, they did discuss certain things that were important for them to discuss, to be able to either start this new phase when it comes to their friendship or something like that, okay? Or for them to grow. And I wish I could share my good news with you. There is some sort of news that Abhishek does want to share with Manisha, but I feel like that he did not really mention that to her. So I feel like there's some sort of good news that he does have that he wants to share with Manisha, okay? Now for Manisha, what does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? What does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? What does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? I wish I could take back my words. Interesting. What else does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? What else does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? Does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? I want to feel that way again. Okay. One more for Manisha. What else does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? What else does Manisha want to tell Abhishek? I'm starting to understand her connection. Okay, guys. So there's something, you guys, that Manisha did wish that she could take back from either the past or maybe the conversation they just had. So there's something that Manisha does regret that she has said. Okay, like I said, after this conversation, I don't feel like Manisha is very happy. So there is something that Manisha does wish that she could take back, okay? And she does really wish that they both can go back to old times, okay? She does feel like right now things are not really the same as they were in the past. And she does really wish that she could feel that way again, that they both felt in the past. Because she does feel like, you know, they both are a little bit different right now. Like maybe right now, their bond is a little bit different. And so slowly through time, she does feel like that she's starting to understand their connection for what it is. Like she's starting to understand their connection. She still does feel a bit confusion, but I feel like this conversation that they just had gave them closure, okay? I feel like, you guys, what I'm feeling about this conversation is that it was not really a conversation that they both wanted to have. Remember me telling you guys a lot of times that, you guys, I feel like they both do want to open things to each other, but they do not want to hurt each other, because they don't want to say things that would hurt the one other. And right now, I feel like the conversation that they just had, it was not a good conversation. Like, it was not a conversation that they both wanted to have, because they did not really want to hurt each other when having this conversation. But I feel like this conversation was important for them to have, so, you know, they can move forward in some sort of way, whether it comes to their friendship or their bond. And so I feel like maybe even Manisha said some certain things that she wishes that she could take back right now. Or maybe there are certain things that she said in the past that she wishes that she could take back. So you guys, I feel like they met and maybe they have discussed these things, but at the same time, I feel like this conversation was really the most positive one, okay? But I feel like whatever it is, this conversation is the conversation that has been needed to have. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my 2024, the rest of 2024 reading, but I believe I said something about them, you know, doing something of this sort. I forgot exactly what I said, but I'm gonna look back at my 2024, the rest of 2024 reading, and I'm gonna see if I mentioned something about this, because I feel like I mentioned them, you know, opening up to each other of some sort, or talking things a little bit to be able to start this new phase in their bond, okay? But you guys, this reading, like, I still do feel like they are friends. I still do feel like they have a bond, and I feel contact has happened between them recently, but I feel like that they both did have a conversation that was important for them to have, okay? And, you know, they both know exactly sort of where their bond is heading after this, and there was a lot of things that were not meant to them when it comes to maybe them working together at certain points, certain delays, and now maybe they do realize why those things did not happen, okay? So you guys, each time I do the reading, I get more clarity. Right now, I'm not getting exactly that much information because maybe this recently has happened. But in my next reading, I'm gonna see what I can see about that, okay? And in my last reading, I did get also, I remember the shocking news cards, that there is some sort of shocking news or shocking revelation. So I think maybe they both did talk about something shocking, and maybe that's why I got that card. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Abhisha reading. I know maybe it was a little bit deep or a little bit confusing, so I'm sorry about that. But I feel like they definitely both did have some sort of closure or talk that they both needed to have recently, okay? And that's what I'm getting for Abhishek and Manisha. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me down know what you guys think in the comments, and see you guys next time. Bye!